we had finished Fallout 3, and we're always like going into the next project, even before the one comes out. And so we had started Skyrim, which everybody knows. And then Fallout 3 comes out, and it was a really, really, big hit for the company. And they're like, okay, so what's the follow-up? And I was like, well, we're doing Skyrim, so it'll be Fallout 4. And there was a push like, well, we could, we have this now. We've made this successful. Let's not let the chance pass by. We should do a big expansion pack or something like that. And are there companies that we could do it? And we knew the folks at Obsidian, and it was sort of immediate. Well, there's only one group that we would really want to do this. And it actually started as a big expansion pack for Fallout 3. And I felt really strongly it should be its own game.
As we started talking with Bethesda about doing Fallout New Vegas, one of the things we needed to do was figure out, well, who was going to run the project, who was going to be the game director. And it was a very, very quick conversation because Josh Sawyer works for us at Obsidian. And it's interesting, he's sort of this second generation of Fallout lovers.
My first exposure to Fallout was in, I think, 1997. It was when the original game came out. I was in college, and I kind of let it take over my life. I thought it was incredible. And I remember going online and reading something about like an evil ending. And I was like, whoa, wait, there's a different ending. And I looked into what was required for it, and it was a really negative karma. So instead of replaying the game, I actually went back through and just like murdered a bunch of people so I could see the evil ending. And so, yeah, I loved it.
It was my responsibility to basically make sure that Obsidian had what they needed to start that project. We're heads down in Skyrim. We don't have any resources to really be able to help you. We're gonna give you everything. So we gave them the entire engine for Fallout 3. We gave them the whole game, all the assets. We gave them everything.
And so my approach was, okay, we're not gonna really deviate tremendously from what Bethesda did. Clearly, many, many people liked this game, Fallout 3. So let's look at what we can bring to it that feels unique from our perspective without trying to reinvent the wheel.
How do we make it unique? How do we make it feel like its own game? Doubling down on this idea of you really feel like you are surviving this wasteland. Even to the extent that we put this mode in that when you leave the first building, you're offered to go into survival mode where you have to drink water and you have to eat food and drugs do all this extra stuff to you.
And then in terms of the story itself, I really wanted to bring back characters and factions or descendants of characters from the original games and, do the classic Obsidian, presentation of there are these factions that are vying for control. You come into the problem and you have to kind of pick a way to go through it and think a lot about your own values and deciding who you want to support or don't want to support.
Caesar's Legion he invented as this group. They're horrible. I mean, they're just horrible.
You are the courier Lord Caesar has spoken of. The slaughter begins then.
But they have a sort of an ethos. They have who they are in this world. And that's how he brought it. He's like, well, I'm gonna let you, if you wanna side with him, you side with him. If you don't, you wanna kill him, kill him. And he kept to that through the whole development. And I think that's maybe one of the reasons why people love it so much, is they can go into this Fallout world and just be who they wanna be.
I have a lot of respect for the work that they did on that game. That was really hard to do, to take someone else's engine and technology and tools and build something fantastic with it.